Hello everyone, I'm Lizzie.
And I'm RJ, and we are Halestorm.
Rising higher, I am the fire, I am burning brighter, roaring like a storm, and I am the one I've been waiting for, screaming like a siren, alive and burning brighter, I am the fire.
I think pretty much the sky was the limit. We just wanted to err on the side of ourselves this time, and that really meant warts and all, because, and we talked about this, like, we're not virtuosos, there's really 1.5 people in our band can actually read sheet music, we didn't do this to, like, oh, hey, look at us playing and, the basic tracks live. I feel like we're at a point in time in our lives where we're very confident and satisfied with who we are, and we're not trying to be anything else. And I think, not just musician-wise, I think that all of us are kind of feeling that at the same time personally too. So I think that that's just been very reflective on this record.
I think we wanted to challenge ourselves and try to not recreate what we did, or not even look back and try to top it. But I think with this record, it's the closest we've gotten to just feeling more confident, to be more open and honest about what we're playing and what we're talking about, and I think that's the best way to have anybody relate to what you're saying is to just put it out there from here.
Yeah, and the goal is, as a band, forever has always just been to continue. It's like, it hasn't been like, we're going to take over the world, we're going to win a Grammy. It's like, all those things are awesome, but it's about continuation of the journey. So I think that with these records, we had to take a step of even if it was a little scary, we had to do it.
Yeah, but we can't fully back a record unless we believe in it 100%,
Yeah.
And you're right, our idea of success is just being able to do this, being able to make music, and it's our therapy almost,
For me, it was a renewed appreciation of our musical language that we have with the four of us. We've been a band, a foursome, for 12 years. And been playing, 90% of our lives are playing live shows. So I don't know, something about making this record almost took me back a little bit to playing in my parents' basement with these guys, and doing practicing 14 hours because we had a gig, and it was exciting, and I feel like I rediscovered that through the process of making this record, and to the point that now we're actually on purpose just screwing up every set we do. Every night is different, and we have a couple sections in the set that we on purpose are like, we don't know what's going to happen, and just to keep cultivating that, because it's really exciting. It freaks me out sometimes when we'll do this extended outro to a song, and then all of a sudden we'll all be on the same wave, and I'm like, wow, we didn't even look at each other. It's not like 1, 2, 3, go. It's like, how did we do that? And it's just, we live 2 feet from each other all the time, and
I think
some of us are family, so I get it. But
I think it was also, making this record really made us grow a lot as musicians. I think that I'm so thankful that we had the freedom to be able to go in the studio and write a record, really opening up ourselves and really lyrically and musically coming from the heart, and I think that kind of opened up a door with us. And now when we play together live, we just feed off of each other, and we're able to communicate musically. And we've been a foursome for how long? 12 years, something like that. So, and just now we're really starting to, when we play musically, it's like we're bilingual. It's like we're speaking a different language, but it's music. It's pretty amazing.
For me, one thing that I've never been able to do when making a record, and I don't think I'll ever do, is make a record that has the same consistent sound all the way through. Because, there's aspects of and I'm just speaking for myself. I can't speak for RJ,
I agree.
But there's aspects of these songs and of this record. All of these things make up as a whole somebody that I am. So it's like,
Yeah.
dude,
here.
I love mayhem, and I love, screaming at the top of my lungs and being like crazy chick on stage, and that's part of my personality. But then I also really love Dear Daughter, and I like sitting down at a piano, and so
I agree, and I think that kind of ties into just the way we are as music listeners. Like, we really love every kind of music. There's not one particular style that we're going for, or one particular style that we just listen to. And I think with every record, we start expanding musically, and then our records end up getting more and more diverse. I think, sound-wise and also lyrically.
Kind of in reference to what I was beginning to say before, we're at a point in time in our lives where we're not afraid to be everything that we are,
and take risks too.
And because it's funny, the past couple of years when we first started out, especially after getting signed to a major label, you start having all these questions, and you're like, well, what are we? What kind of rock are we? What are, like, starting to kind of like try to fit yourself somewhere, which we had to, but at the same time, there's so much more than just I Miss the Misery to us. That's why it's tough to, like, if we're in an interview and somebody is like, well, if you could pick one song on your record that defines you, your life and your career, I'm like, I can't do that. So in a lot of ways, there's going to be a lot of love-hate on this record, as far as response, because there are going to be some people that think we're this and some people that think we're that. But in all honesty, we are all of these things. So
and that's what Into the Wildlife means to me too, is being fearless and being able to go into uncharted territory and kind of take the risks and take the challenge.
Be unapologetic about what you like, and not worry about, oh God, I have a piano ballad, that must mean I'm a softie.
It's getting out of your it's kind of like getting out of your comfort zone and pushing yourself. And accepting the challenge. That one.
We'll put out a deluxe. We recorded 15 songs, and it's just funny because we couldn't decide, because we were going to end up cutting our record down to like 10 songs. And then just the sequencing and everything that we ended up doing to make this record a whole thing, we're like, we're going to have to, in a day and age where this doesn't fly anymore, we're going to have to do a 13-song record. And then we ended up having 2 extras that, to me, didn't necessarily go with the story, but we still loved them. One was Jump the Gun, and the other one was called Unapologetic. And these 2 songs are just, you want to talk about a different gear, like, how would you describe Jump the Gun? It's kind of this stomp.
Yeah, it's kind of like a...
It's kinda, thank you, exactly. And then Unapologetic is like kind of 3 songs put into one, which we had never really done before. It kind of has elements of hip hop, and there's like with Bryan Adams, and
I think it's got a lot of pop elements.
There's some pop elements.
It could be a pop song, I think.
It's cool.
But I think that definitely kind of ties the whole record together. Just the word unapologetic was exactly how we were. So, I'm glad that that's still, able to get out there.
We wanted to put them somewhere, and so,
we
always end up, I like erring on the side of just putting everything out there instead of just like, okay, like, let's just put those couple songs, like, just get it.
I'll get more bang for their buck,
To
Hale and back. Yeah, we did that with Rob Fenn, this incredible photographer and a good buddy of ours. It was pretty much like our first worldwide headline tour. We started in the UK, and then we did Europe, and then we did Scandinavia, Russia, Japan, and then back to the States. It was just it was a lap around the planet. We didn't stop for like 2 or 3 months, and we wanted to really capture that, because we were like, well, this is like kind of history in the making for us.
At the time, we really didn't know what we were going to do with all the photos, but like Rob is really talented and unassuming. We call him Chief Looks Too Drunk. This is an inside joke, but I'll try to explain.
He's from Salt Lake City, so you can't hold it against him.
Well, no, but he's a sober guy, and he doesn't party, and when he does have a beer, it's one. And we were.
But that one beer will knock him on his ass.
We were in Sweden, and no, he wasn't drinking that night. We were in Sweden, and we were kind of bar hopping a little bit because we had like 2 days off, and he's taking pictures everywhere. And we go into this one bar, and they're like, all right, yeah, you guys, but not you. You're not allowed. And pointing at Rob. He's like, he looks too drunk. And we're like, he's
And
the
he was
sober
he
guy.
was the only sober one there. Yeah.
So he's a
He's
joy.
a character, man.
He's a
He's
joy
awesome.
to hang out with, and he.
Great guy.
We're glad to have all these photos, and it really like the book was his idea. He's like, I have all these photos. What do we do with it? And we're like, coffee table book. And so we're just glad to be a part of it, and glad that our fans and everybody will have that little chunk of time.
Good memories.
Oh, to all of our fans, first
Thank
of all,
you.
yeah, just thank you. I think that's the long and short of it. There's a difference between as a band, and since we started, there's a difference between believing in yourself as a band and being confident and going out and doing it, and then things actually happening, because we know a lot of very talented bands that never even make it to their first record on a major label or get a Grammy, or all these things that happen to us that we never would have thought happened, and that's because of you guys. It really is.
I think a lot of people that are fans of bands and of music need to understand that they are the reason that bands like us and any other band that's successful in the world of all time in history can only do what they do because of them. So especially nowadays, it's I'm so thankful that people actually want to hear what we do. I mean, because we would do it either way.
Yeah, we
just
played
love
with two
making
people and the
music.
sound guy. Well, we have before.
And if we weren't doing this and getting to go to Europe, getting to go to Japan, South America, all over the world,
We'd still be playing in a basement
we'd
somewhere.
still be playing in a little rinky-dink club in Pennsylvania. But I'm just thankful that we get to do this.
Hard Drive Online is brought to you in part by Napa Auto Parts. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. Hello to you, cyberspace radio radical. Thanks for watching this interview with Halestorm, and remember to download the Hard Drive Radio app to hear Lizzie Hale answer questions from you. Download, like, follow, subscribe, and check out some more videos. Keep on rocking. I'm Lou Brutus saying thank you from Hard Drive Online.
And I hate you, you know what you've done to me. You can look me in the eye, but I want you to see that I won't be your